नमस्कारान तुमकां सगळ्यांक पेंट ब्रश ह्या कार्यावळीक येवकार. हांव नागेशराव सरदेसाय. आमी आसात आर्ट चेंबर्स हांगा कलंगूट आशिल्ले हे आर्ट गॅलरीन आनी हांगा एक वेगळे टायपचे एक प्रयोग राज भाणारी हाणें केल्लो आसा. राज गोविंदास भाणारी हो बेजिकली आर्किटेक्ट आसा. पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएशन इन आर्किटेक्चर केल्लें आसा फ्रॉम दिल्ली आनी ताजे उपरांत तो फक्त पेंटिंगां करता कारण ताका पेंटिंगां आवडटा. आर्किटेक्चरा कडेन ताजें खंय तरी वळण आशिल्लें पूण तें आर्किटेक्चराचें जें शिक्षण आसा तें तो आर्टान यूज करता आनी वेगळे तरेची पेंटिंगां करता आनी आतां तो इन्स्टॉलेशन्स करता. हांगा आमी ताजें इन्स्टॉलेशन पळोवपा आयिल्लें आसा मुवमेंट्स ऑफ सायलन्स हे नांवाचें. एम.एफ. हुसेन हो फामाद इंडियेचो आर्टिस्ट जो इंडियेंतल्यान भायर वचून ताका मरण आयलें त्या खातीर ताणें हो ट्रिब्यूट म्हूण तांकां दवरिल्लो आसा आनी एक वेगळ्या तरेचो हो ट्रिब्यूट ताणें केल्लो आसा. हुसेनाचोच चलो हुसेनाचोच पूत शमशाद हुसेन हांणी येवन हो इनॉग्रेशन केल्लें आसा. अनवेलिंग केल्लें आसा ह्या ट्रिब्यूटाचें ट्रिब्यूट कॉलमाचें. तें ट्रिब्यूट कॉलम कितें हें मुवमेंट्स ऑफ सायलन्स म्हणजे कितें हें उलोवपाक आनी हें पळोवपाक आमी आयिल्ले आसात. राज भाणारे कडेन आमी उलोवया आनी जाणून घेवया की ताजें हें मत ताजें हें आयडिया कितें हें ट्रिब्यूट करपा फाटल्यान आनी ताजे बाकीचे ताजे प्रयोग जे टी शर्ट ताजो फामाद आसा निर्वाणा म्हणटा तो ताजे बद्दल उलोवया आनी ताजे उपरांत तो पेंटिंगां करता काय ना हेंय विचारया आनी ताणें फिल्म्स केल्लीं आसा ताजे बद्दलूय विचारया. Raj, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Moments of silence, tribute to Hussein, controversial. Haji much explanation there.
Well, actually, when I read the newspaper that Hussein Saab was no longer there, तर माझ्या मनान अशें दिसलें अरे येदो व्हडलो आर्टिस्ट तो आमच्या देशाचें नांव इतकें वयर केलें and for a moment I felt bad. Subsequently, during the course of my interaction with other artists and people, आणि म्हणलें आमी मातशें एक ल्हानशी कितें श्रद्धांजली दवरुया म्हणून. पण unfortunately I was not getting the right response in terms of actions, तर मागीर एक दीस म्हणलें हांवें बाबा I believe in doing something on my own. In a way, if there is no support, तर मागीर हांवें म्हणलें चल हांवूच बसून करुया कितें तरी करुया because for me it was more of a gesture of gratitude for whatever he has inspired me, तर त्या दृश्टेन हांव मागीर डिजायनींग चालू केलें म्हजें की how could I work on a installation which would be an apt tribute to this great master. So त्या दृश्टेन as an architect, I have a little advantage because I can think in terms of forms and make those forms workable or viable or possible, तर त्या दिवशी मागीर हांवें अशें विचार करून two things happened. One was that I'm doing it independently because of the no support system, and secondly I started analyzing his personality, and based on those traits they started giving me clue in terms of the form. So rather than पळयलें आसतलें की that form itself is a big pillar column which is symbolic of Hussein Saab being the pillar of one of the pillars of Indian contemporary art. you know that he started the progressive movement in our country, and so he's definitely one of those pillars of that movement. So that's how the pillars came.
ट्रिब्यूट जे कितें केलें आसा पळय हुसेनाक हें तुका करचें कित्याक दिसलें म्हणजे नो डावट हुसेन इज ग्रेट एंड एवरीथिंग सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ पण तुका हें करचें कित्याक दिसलें
You know, they say the
आर्टिस्टांनी म्हणटा सपोर्ट करूं ना म्हणजे आर्टिस्ट कम्युनिटीन तुका आनी तुका दिसलें की तुजें ओन करप इज अ फॅन्टास्टीक थिंग तुजें ओन तुवें करप हें खरेंच बरें जालें पण तुका हें बाबा आतां करुया इतली कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल Hussein is a controversial person, right?
Well, back of the mind, there was this controversial element there. But you know, they say the teacher arrives when the student is ready. Now, when we look at the role of the teacher is the one who motivates, who inspires. For me, Hussein Saab was the person who continues to inspire me. You know, so in that sense, he becomes my teacher. For me, that by virtue of me getting inspired by all the hard work that is put, the labor that he continues to put, all that he has done in the past, and till such time as even on his deathbed, he was sketching. So that was for me a tremendous source of inspiration for me to put in those kind of efforts. So as a result, I now consider him as my teacher, you know. Suppose हांव एक फंक्शनाक गेलो आनी रातचो एक 2 आयलो 3 आयलो जाल्यार तरीय हांव विचार करता की एक 95 वर्सांचो मनीस इतको काम करपाक शकता जाल्यार हांव 3 येवन बी हांव बी काम करपाक शकता म्हणून हांव एक्चुअली 2-3 सुद्दां बसून म्हजी कामां करता यू नो बिकॉज फॉर मी आय एम कंपेरिंग यू नो हू इज ऑलमोस्ट लायक वॉट 50 odd years elder to me can work so much. What stopped me from working? You know, if he can work say for 12 hours, when I should be working for 20 hours. You know, so that is the role where he comes in as a teacher for me. आणि म्हणून तर म्हाका दिसलें की आतां आय मस्ट एज अ स्टुडंट पे माय रिस्पेक्ट तर ताका लागून हे सगळें मागीर घडपाक लागलें हे सगळे वस्तू जे आसा न्ही द इंटेंशन वॉज सो स्ट्रॉंग देन द थिंग्स स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग इन प्लेस.
आतां तूं बेसिकली यू आर अ ट्रेन्ड आर्किटेक्ट
हय
ताजे उपरांत तुवें पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएशन केलें इन आर्किटेक्चर अगेन
हय हय
आर्ट ऑफकोर्स आर्किटेक्चर इज आर्ट इटसेल्फ इन अ डिफरंट फॉर्म थ्री डायमेन्शन
या
पण थंयच्यान तूं आर्टा कडेन म्हाका दिसता तूं आर्किटेक्चर कमीच करता आनी आर्ट करता नोन एज एन आर्टिस्ट मोर एज एन आर्टिस्ट एज एन आर्किटेक्ट जाल्यार हाऊ डिड दॅट ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन टेक.
Well, number one, they say architecture is the mother of all arts. So if you are an architect, अर्थ हो जालो की तुका म्युजीक येवपाक जाय तुका आर्ट येवपाक जाय.
हांव तुका ब्रेक करता हांगा यू हॅव बीन अ टॉपर इन युअर लिविंग दॅट एंड डुईंग समथिंग कम्प्लीटली
ना एज आय सेड यू नो आर्किटेक्चर इज मदर ऑफ ऑल आर्ट्स आनी मागीर तूं इतकी तुज्या कडेन कला आसता that you finally zero on something which you like, you know. And in art, it gives you the independence. In architecture, what happens, you are always trying to meet up the requirements of the client. And for which it's actually, you are the professional in that sense who is working out the functions and putting in your aesthetic sensibilities and creating a form. But in art, you are independent by yourself. There's no influence, you know, you are the master. And you have all the time for yourself. You can do that piece of work in 1 hour or you can do it in 15 days, you know, or whatever. So this is the biggest attraction for me. You know, it is like a self journey. And that journey in a way is spiritual, you know. So there's always this longing to do more, to walk more, to, you know, explore those ideas within. Because art finally reflects what is within, you know. You're not really doing something for ABC. You're doing it for yourself. So these are the attraction, these are the magnetic forces which pulls me towards art, you know. I find it's my natural calling. Taka lagun I find myself more in art now. For me, yes, installation art is something which is a natural graduation to, you know, a form for being an architect. That's what I feel, you know.
Other to art, from architecture you have moved to art, and from art you have moved to installation.
Yeah.
Then transformation sang.
माझ्या दृष्टीन कितें आसा न्ही, a creative process, a creative person should be an explorer. In every medium and every idea has got its limitation. बरोबर न्ही तर you need to have the inherent strength in you and the confidence in you to do this experiment at the point of being ridiculed. Then तुवें suppose तुवें तो risk घेतलो की आपूण हें करतलोच करतलो, maybe at the point of people saying, "यान कितें केला रे, पिसो मरे वो." But you have to take that risk because you're not doing it for them.
Yeah.
You're still doing it for you. As I said, it is a journey within, and you need to keep on pushing that bar up, 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 up. And that's how, you suddenly find that you move from, say, from paper to canvas, from canvas to installation, and from installation to sculpture, or anything, even to music for that matter, or writing, for example. So these are the things which a creative person should do. Again, exactly. And if you look at Hussain Saab, again he was doing the same thing. He did the movies, he did the installations, he did the painting.
Furniture.
Exactly. So why should a creative person limit himself to a small little segment of his creativity?
Again, तुझे पेंटिंगा कडेन येवया. पेंटिंग तुवें अनेक शोज केल्ले आसात, अनेक जाग्यार तुझे वर्क्स लागिल्ले आसात इन ग्रुप शोज एज वेल एज सोलोज. आनी सगळ्यान व्हडलें म्हणल्यार you have shown in New York, especially selected by a curator. मातशें ताजे बद्दल सांग.
But that's the power of the internet, most of my works that I do are put on the Facebook, and by destiny, or what I call your unadulterated intention. It draws certain energies, and with those energies, those personalities come. And I presume that this person who saw my work, came all the way from New York. He liked my work. He gave me a lot of inspiration in terms of appreciating my work, because earlier, Pietro Frenzi, actually, he's an Italian based in New York. But more than anything else, he told me that I have a very unique style, and that's what drew him all the way from US to here. Not only me, but there were other artists he had also selected. He had all other artists he had also selected in the country, So it was a tour. He had come to meet everyone personally and explore these ideas. Sir, one thing good that came out from my interaction with him was he gave me this tremendous confidence that I need to simply do what I'm doing, irrespective whether people are comparing me with X, Y, Z, Okay. So that's the reason I now say that I'm an artist who was born on 27 February 2011.
Okay.
ती तारीख म्हणल्यार हांवें ते we did
born as an artist on that day.
A new artist, a reformed artist, I would put it like, because I don't have a past now. If you look at my, म्हणजे तुवें म्हाका म्हणलें की म्हजें पयलींचें काम दाखय, I don't have anything, very very limited, which would be to a tune of maybe 5% of what I did. The rest is all gone, destroyed. Again, this is again a spiritual, intentionally destroyed. This is again a self-evolution process. Where you need to be detached, or you need to destruct to construct. Unless you kind of destroy, you can't construct. So there is a positivity in the act of destruction. Actually, how you look at it. But yes, there is a little a spiritual angle to this whole aspect of detachment. तर ताका लागून I'm grateful to this guy, because now I am working with a total different energy levels, Maka within my confidence asa ki what I'm doing is there for everyone. You accept it or you don't accept it, It's something which is very personal. I can't force it. But if someone likes it, yes, it would be something which makes me happy, would make me happy, because then the primary objective of my art is to share joy.